Bon Jovi show ends early due to voice issues, had been a crowd pleaser. Pittsburgh, Jon Bon Jovi apologized to Pittsburgh fans Wednesday about 10 songs into his band's concert, explaining that a head cold from a week ago had spread to his throat and was hampering his singing. If only that had been a playful setup for bad medicine. Alas, he was serious and his voice was ailing, which would cause Bon Jovi and his same-named band to end their PPG Paints Arena show prematurely without an encore, and slicing at least 5 tunes from the setlist, such as surefire fan favorites Wanted Dead or Alive and Have a Nice Day. And so, just like the Bryan Ferry concert 4 nights earlier at Heinz Hall, abruptly brought to an early end by a malfunctioning soundboard, fans milled out of a Pittsburgh concert jolted into disappointment after they had been having a good old time. Things seemed to start well Wednesday night for Bon Jovi, which opened behind a sheer curtain with a huge American flag, and video animation showing highway lines spreading rapidly down Pittsburgh roads and recognizable local landmarks, like a Mount Washington incline. The band started with This House Is Not For Sale, and soon got to You Give Love a Bad Name, as fans loudly and proudly sang the chorus of Shot Through the Heart, and You're to Blame, You Give Love a Bad Name. Kitschy as that song has become, it was hard not to smile hearing it sung by an audience numbering 16,000 strong. Jon Bon looked like his normal energetic self, doing wide leg spreads, deep knee bends, triumphant arm raises and other signature moves, often accompanied with a big smile and flash of those pearly white teeth. Although the sound mix leaned too heavily on drummer Tycho Torres, the band sounded tight and enthusiastic, zipping along through Lost Highway, Whole Lot of Leavin', and Roller Coaster, a likable cut from 2016, boosted by 5-part harmonies. Remember, Richie Sambora, the beloved lead guitarist and favored stage foil for Jon, left the band 3 years ago, and so this was a chance to see what his replacement Phil X, Tommy Lee, early 1990s triumph, brings to the concert stage. Phil X didn't cut loose much until We Weren't Born to follow 7 songs in, where the blistering guitar got cranked up a few notches. It stayed hot for I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, which also offered a few spry piano rolls from David Bryan. Runaway, the band's 1983 debut single, lacked a bit of its normal urgency and late-night cool, though still was a welcome blast from the past. At that point, it was your basic crowd-pleasing Bon Jovi show, though a couple songs later, Jon brought up his sore throat, saying he didn't feel like he was giving Pittsburgh the performance they deserve. But if you stick it out with me, I'll try to stick it out with you, he said, prompting cheers. He got through Who Says You Can't Go Home fine enough, but it wasn't much longer before you really could notice his struggle. Wishing aloud and joking he needed a karaoke singer or cover band to fill in, Jon took a chance on a guy in the crowd named Brad who came onto the stage to help sing Born to Be My Baby. Living out every rock and roll fan's fantasy, Brad, in his light blue work shirt and dress shoes, did a decent job, as the band had his back with its harmonizing. Jon briefly climbed into the crowd, hoping their literal response to Lay Your Hands on Me might lift his energy. The audience tried its best to guide the show home, taking the reins on the chorus of Bad Medicine. Though Jon had run out of fuel, and announced before the cherished Livin' on a Prayer that would be the last song of the night, fans nostalgically danced and sang along, as the show wrapped up by 10 p.m. proving their loyalty. Most took the unfortunate turn of events pretty well. Though in retrospect, there had been a cloud above the show from the get-go. Unlike other previous Bon Jovi visits to Pittsburgh where tickets got gobbled up fast, this one took a concentrated advertising campaign, with Groupons and student rush offers, and a sales push including a reminder on the dasher boards during Pittsburgh Penguins games. Is it premature to question if Bon Jovi's arena-filling days are coming to a close? Will they need to pull a cheap trick next time, or a Styx or Foreigner, and start playing amphitheater package shows with other bands from back in the day? Maybe Sambora needs Entice to rejoin. Though first things first, and somebody get Jon some good medicine.